All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SportyTV. Right here we have one of Nigeria's biggest football exports. I'm talking about the Nigerian Super Eagles star boy, the Okonafos or one of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, is Atalanta's star boy forward, Ademola Lookman. Ademola, how are you, man?
Appreciate it, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, man. This is the first time a player is actually asking me how I am. I'm happy. I'm happy for that one. Ademola, without wasting much of your time, talk to me about your footballing career in probably less than a few seconds from how you started to where you are currently in football.
I mean, when I was a kid, just playing football with my friends in primary school, just playing in the park and just having fun with them in school and outside of school in the nearest park. And then just from there, just really just developed there, really the love for the game and just the passion and the drive for the game, really. So, yeah, just from there, just kept going, just developed, yeah.
I mean, was there any point in your career where you felt like, okay, this is probably not for me? Did you just feel like, no, I just need to continue pushing and...
No, I never really felt like that, especially when I was young without a club, just playing Sunday league football.
Yeah.
I always felt like, I had what it took to, to make that next step, which thank God I did. And I just always had that belief, really. It's just, I never stopped really believing.
I mean, looking at yourself currently in Atalanta. What does it mean to you? Do you think that this is probably the biggest part in your footballing career so far, playing for this club?
Yeah, I mean, talk about many other moments, maybe not as good, which have helped me in hindsight, and build my character, help me to build who I am today. But in terms of, consistency and, my exploits on the pitch, definitely this period with Atalanta has been extremely important. I've been able to focus a lot on my game and to, take things to a different height, yes, it's been really good.
Now, speaking about obviously the whole, change from playing in England, obviously you've played in Germany, you've come to Italy. Do you feel any sort, any sense of family here with this Atalanta team?
Yeah, I mean, when I first got here, I think I just knew I was gonna be good here,
Yeah.
I just knew in the sense where everything cares about football, and I love that, because I love the game, I love playing football, and I love learning, and that for me was important for me to come into an environment which allows me to focus and to play and to be driven on what I want to achieve, and the environment matched my goals, so it was great for me.
Now, speaking about achievement, what do you aim to achieve for this club? What's literally the goal, the objectives? What do you want to be like, this is my legacy here?
I mean, last season we won the Europa League.
Come to that one at some point today, though.
I mean,
that's a very important one.
I mean, last season we won the Europa League, and that was really special because I think in the way we did it and the manner that we did it was top, and I think throughout the whole season we showed a real sense of solidarity, and we've taken that into this season, which is shown in our results. Right now we're second in the table, 1 point behind Napoli. So the team's grown a lot. The team has shown it's a team that's always improving and wants to improve. So we take it game by game. We're doing well in Europe also, so we'll see.
Absolutely. With your achievements so far with the club, do you think what you've done so far, your name will be stamped on that placard to say Ademola Lookman, he has done his bit with Atalanta so far?
I mean, I think it's I always say it's up to the public, up to the fans to make that decision, and I can only control what I do on the pitch and to do my best. And we've achieved a lot, as a team together. So all of us are legends at the club because we brought the Europa League back to Bergamo, which many people never believed would happen, but we believed. So yeah, I mean, in that sense, you could say, yeah, there is a legendary status for all of us. Yeah,
Makes sense. And you mentioned that one legacy from last year.
yeah,
I mean, I think that's probably what's brought Ademola Lookman, to the whole world, to kind of like see what this man is capable of, right? You had a hat trick in that game, became the man of the match for that game. You won that game, and that was really massive. Now, do you think that's your biggest opening in terms of what you've done in football since your career?
I'd say on the global scale, I'd say because it's a final, everybody's watching the final, everybody witnessed it, then in terms of that, you could say yes. But for me, I've had the other moments for me which have also been big for me, massive for me in terms of not for like maybe the public, but for me personally, that have made me feel like, okay, like keep going, I'm making my debut for Nigeria, one, signing my first professional contract, one, those little moments, those little wins. Well, they're not little wins, but the wins that maybe people may not see, and obviously they look at the Europa League Final as a big moment in my career. 100% it is, but I've always had the belief that in the right moments I'd be able to perform. So that's just how this always is.
Now, next week you're facing another really massive team. We're speaking about Real Madrid. And obviously, you've been unbeaten in the Champions League so far. Real Madrid, they've not really been performing to the level where people would expect them to perform. It's almost like things are kind of like shaky. What do you think, or what's in your mind going into that particular game next week?
I think just another opportunity for us to, continue in our mark in Europe. I think we've shown a very strong performance in Europe in the Champions League, which is great. And, another opportunity will present itself next week against Real Madrid too, is a big team. So we look forward to the opportunity. We relish opportunities. So it's great to have that kind of spectacle come here for us.
Now, 9 goals so far this season across all competitions. Last season, you had about 17 goals. Now, we're just halfway into this season. Do you think you are looking forward to breaking your last year's record?
Yeah, I mean, you always try to improve, always try to get better. So I think, without thinking too much about it, you wanna at least match it or do better, and to get in those moments and to be able to convert those chances and to make them goals for your teammates is what you like to do. So as an attacking player, you'd always look to improve on your numbers. Yeah.
Now, you've spoken about your life here in terms of family.
Yeah.
Let's speak about the coach, Gasperini. What's the relationship between yourself and the coach? What kind of vibe do you have with him?
Oh, it's very relaxed, very cool. I think in the first few moments when I was here, he demanded a lot from me, like he did the rest of my teammates, and he made the game very simple for me, explained it in terms of what he expected out of me, in terms of how he wanted me to play my football within the team. And, that simplified my game in my head for me and just made me, really lock in and to be able to produce.
Now, you mentioned having your first debut for the Nigerian Super Eagles at some point in your career. How important was that? I know you mentioned some, bit of it, but can you just give me more details as to how you felt knowing that you were going to represent Nigeria?
That was massive. It was massive. It was massive for me because that was really a big turning point in my career also. I think ever since I've, put on the Super Eagle jersey, it's been fruitful, and we've been able to achieve a lot together as a team, and we're still growing as a team. but the I don't know, the word camaraderie, maybe the togetherness of the team is something that's very, you know, special within the squad, and I think we showed that in the last AFCON. And we got to the final, but unfortunately we came up a bit short. But the foundations are there, you know, and it's just a fantastic feeling to be a part of, to be able to hold that with pride and to be able to, you know, say I'm representing my country. Yeah.
Incoming African Player of the Year, which is Ademola Lookman.
There's quality in Africa. Is there any player you think should have made it that didn't make it there?
I mean, yeah, I'm not the one that makes the decisions, you know. It's you guys.
Saudi decides to call you for $1 billion. Ademola billion. It's a Nigerian.